Good Moogly morning and good Moogly be in the world. Today is a special day. Why? Because a lot of people have cancelled on us, so we take that as an offence. But obviously, I am Paul Mello, and here with my co-host Chili. How you doing?
Hello, how you doing? I'm not bad, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing good. My legs are in pain. I've been working out.
Nice.
I've actually been sleeping during the night time, unlike Chili.
Well, I stream at night time.
Yes, Chili, you do stream at night time.
Well, I couldn't even lie there, could I? I sleep at night time.
I sleep at night time as he comes into chat and says, "Oh, Paul, I've been grinding stones. Oh, what time were you doing that? Oh, about 5, 6 a.m. I'll catch you. And don't forget all those, that shrimpage you've been doing. Shrimping never.
More shrimp. They're getting guests that also don't turn up, but still getting them.
Yeah, but we do have a lovely guest. Obviously, they were happy enough to come and be our third guest or third person to try and guest. We do have Hibbins. How are you?
Hello, I am here and awake, which is the best I can possibly be. How are you guys?
We ever ask.
This is what we do in England. We just rotate "How are you" in circles.
Yeah.
You say, "Oh, I'm fine, thanks." Yeah, how are you? Oh, yeah, I'm good, thanks. But how are you?
How do you do?
Yeah. But I'm a poor imitation of Shanty. I don't even know any sea shanties. But you know what? I'll do him the best honour I can.
I know quite a lot because I think that he's coming, and I've had sea shanties on. I had to move my legs every to hear me aching groan. So today we are about N-word. Finally, it's lifted. We talk about it. Our hates, our dislikes, our likes. So where are we starting?
I mean, we should really start near the start, right? Because that's the start.
I would suggest the beginning.
Yeah, I was confused. I wasn't either going to start at the start or start in the next patch. I'm going to spoil the patch somehow. If I did that, I would get some. For one thing, I'd be a wizard for knowing the.
You're a wizard, Jelly. You're a wizard.
But no, I feel like we should start at the start. Where I guess I will start, or does anyone else want to start? Okay. We started off by getting a boat, which. Well, first, technically, we started by... By the way, again, spoilers warning. Heads up, by the way. We didn't say that. I know that everyone's lifted their spoiler warning, and we haven't yet. Technically, this is our spoiler stream. We haven't spoiled anything until now. This is the first time we've actually spoiled anything from Endwalker, I think. I mean, we've been really good.
You've actually, watched our streams of us doing Endwalker?
Yeah.
You've always marked it as spoilers, though, so...
Oh,
yeah, with quite a lot of
mega
words.
Spoilers.
Yeah. So... We did spoil it then, but not outside for that. Anything outside of that. Even when I was doing an expert run, I would have the word spoiler, 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 expert, spoiler, some kind of spoilers ahead. So just a heads up, spoilers for this podcast. But anyway, we meet up at the Rising Stone within Mordona. I never pay attention to the name. I just know it's the little cubby hole in the corner of Mordona that I have to go to every so often because story.
Rising Stone.
Yeah. After having a discussion, because we had to have our rest because it takes time for the expansion to come out, so they had a plot of us taking a rest until then. And then we we get a message from Kryl, if I'm rightly, where we have got permission to visit Old Sharlayan. Now, we all decide that that's a good idea. So, because, end of the world stuff is stuff. And so we all go to Limsa to get a boat. And we get on the boat, and the boat scene, for anyone that has played Fantasy 14 1.0, there will be spoilers, Shantyman Gaming, by the way. We get on a boat, and on that boat, the scenes are representative of the original cutscene of Fantasy 1.0.
They're even wearing the same clothes, aren't they? They're even wearing old attire you can't even get now.
Yeah, which was pretty cool. You played a bit. Did you play a bit of 1.0? I can't remember.
Yeah, I had 1.0. I played it for 6 months. I just made zero progress because I didn't know how to group or how to MMO. I didn't know what a tank or a DPS was, so it was kind of all wasted.
I tried to play it, but I couldn't play it because it was too demanding. So I had it. I didn't really play it. So anyway, we got the boats in, and we arrived in Old Sharlayan, and we meet one of the best characters in the expansion, the little Holofel at the desk, the reception.
The border
police, who we have to give our role to. And I can't remember the exact roles, but I know that one of them was crafting, and I picked that because I am a crafting mentor.
I'm an artisan.
Yeah.
Artisan, adventurer, and champion.
Yeah. Apparently, the from all the responses I've seen, the correct, in inverted commas, answer is artisan.
Oh, okay. Sweet, I picked the correct one.
Yeah, because apparently that's what you've been listed down as on the list.
I would have thought champion, if I'm honest. I would have thought champion what we'd been selected.
I picked champion on the basis I had a massive scythe on my back. Could have been farmer, I suppose.
I mean, I'm arriving in Sage Town with sage weapons, so I must have found that very confusing. So,
sorry, I interrupted.
No, it's okay. It's fine. That's the whole point of this, is to discuss it. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to the Worldly Affairs Officer. By the way, if anyone hasn't paid attention, they actually have a Lalafell behind the desk. I don't know why they don't just make a desk for them if they're the main person that works here. Like, why is it not a Lalafell desk? Make everyone else bend down.
Yeah, that'd be a real power move, wouldn't it? Assert dominance here. Get down here.
I mean, I'm here right now looking at it, and they've got a cup of, well, it's empty right now, but maybe coffee would normally be in there on a box that they can't even reach because they would have to carry their stool over to this box to reach their own drink. Worldly Officer, demand your own desk, okay?
Get a better desk.
He doesn't strike me as someone who's easily bullied, to be fair.
I thought it was a female.
Yeah, I said she. Sorry, okay. Did not come through.
Okay.
Didn't hear the yes.
Yeah, but anyway, then we arrived here, and then we got I think the first time for the new system, didn't we? Where they were like, "Oh, we're going to show you around the town, and for that, we're going to use the new NPC follow system." Where it was it Alice and Graha?
It was Kryl and Graha, I believe.
Kryl and Graha, okay.
Yeah. Kryl wants to stay with Estinian, but he just wanders off.
As he does.
Yeah.
So anyway, you then walk around, and this is where you try the new system out. Basically, unlike a lot of old escort quests in Final Fantasy 14, where people would magically go from one place to another, now the NPCs will follow you around. Now, I might bring this up later as well, I guess, but I feel like this system is good. I don't mind this system. There's some issues with it because of how fast the NPCs can walk. Some of them can be a little bit slow. And so it feels like it's padding out some of the stories a little bit. It's nice. I don't want to insult it because I know it's good lore building. Yeah, levitating Graha. That's not a bug. That's a feature. Remember, he technically has a levitation spell, so...
He does. He really goes full ham with it in this expansion, doesn't he?
But no, I like them following us. I think that's cool, and also learning stuff about the town. I think that's cool. But I don't know. It feels like sometimes they're a little slow, and it feels a little bit forced. This one is fine, but it's later on. And of course, the opposite version of this, which we'll probably bring up in another future podcast, but I want to bring up now. Where you have to follow someone else is the one I hate the most, especially that specific side questing in Garlemald. We all know that side quest.
We do. Yeah, it's a good one. I kind of I like this system when it was done right, with the NPCs, but my issue was sometimes it didn't add anything. Like every time I'd get into that follow situation, I'd talk to them to see if I could get extra dialogue. And unless I wasn't exploring thoroughly enough, sometimes it was just, it didn't do anything. Like, they didn't add anything. They just said, come on, why are you talking to me? We've got to keep going, kind of thing. And you think, well, what's the point? You might as well just be at the other location. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Paul?
I thought it was fun, and then I forgot that I teleport with them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I tried teleporting to the next area because obviously I've leveled 3 characters in the story, and for my last one, I just wanted to storm through it. Just wanted to storm, and then as soon as I was like, this, mentally I was just going, I was running with it, and then bang, you've lost Grahat. Where did I last leave him? And it doesn't really show you that well until I actually looked at.
That's what cats do, though. They wander off.
Yeah. So I just spent more time
you mentioned you'd like to use your Amara and make them sprint. Now, I'm not going to mention that far into the story. I know it's a spoiler stream, but we'll only get up so far today, so I'm not going to spoil everything because we'll save that for the future. But there is a certain character that follows you around that literally gets on a mount before and after that. But when he follows you, refuses. Just get on your mount. We can clearly see you have one. Just get on the damn mount.
Yeah.
Also,
I know.
It probably would have taken too much effort, I guess. But I would love to see in the future if they expand the system so that if you do have a multi-person mount, that they would get in the mount.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, me, Cryo, Estinian. Actually, we'll throw in Estinian out. Me, Fancred, Yuri Ange, and Alice riding up in our Pharmacy 15 car. Cool.
Yeah.
But anyway, after we did that, I think we had the meeting with the. Did we have a meeting with the council then, or was that a little bit later?
That's after the quest splits off.
Oh yeah, okay. I wasn't sure because I know that we met with Cryle at the. I keep wanting to call it Pedestrian Arsenal because I played Pharmacy. I played Eureka, and that's what that is. But no, it's the Annex. Pedestrian Annex. Well, we get our own room, by the way. Sorry, Cal.
So I was going to say, you've played Eureka?
Yeah, I've played Eureka. I've done Eureka a couple of times.
Eureka?
I've done it a couple of times on a couple of characters. But no, then we get our choice of quests. Now, I don't know about you, but I feel like 90% of people are not going to read books. Most people are going to go off and do the other quests first.
I picked read books first.
Yeah, we found the only person.
It's because... No, right, let me tell you why. It's because... I've been waiting so damn long to get to Old Charlian that I wasn't going to go leave once I've just got here. That was my logic.
Which, if you think about it in a way, ends up being... I feel like as much as I prefer doing the other way, because, I got the advantage of going to Old Charlian in the media tour, so I had the chance to explore this already a little. Not exactly, because all the NPCs weren't here, and some of the buildings were locked off. Yeah, it was more limited. But I thought, well, fine, I'll go off to the other way. But I think as much as I like the split, I feel like the split isn't great because you go off to Radisson, you do all that storyline where you sell someone fish, and then you meet up and find out about Vertra.
Sold them all, by the way. If you didn't know how to sell fish, you come to me because I sold every.
But don't come to me because I just went up to every NPC and told them to buy fish. They're like, "Oh, I'm so sick. I'm so sick and ill." I'm like, "I don't care. Buy fish.
Buy my fish."
I got one sale out of 3.
There you go.
Yeah. But anyway, I don't know, because the fact that you go to Radisson, do that side quest, and then come back here, it might be more efficient to just do the book one, because that way you do all the stuff here and then head over there, and then that will tie into the first dungeon, rather than going from one place to another to the same place again.
I mean, I'm glad, in hindsight, that I did it the way around that I did, because the reveal that you get at the back end of the Thavnair section in the tower with Fandaniel, that reveal that you get, it would have driven me mad that you don't get more information on that, and you have to go and do the whole library book quest afterward. That would drive me mad, having to wait for more.
I mean, yeah, I could. I
thought you had to do the library book before the dungeon anyway, no matter what.
No, it's not in the dungeon. It's because don't you rescue? Don't they get? I'm getting confused.
No, because...
obviously. Doesn't she get kidnapped in the tower, and then do you go back to Old Charlian to regroup, or does that happen?
Yeah.
And then you have to
go back again.
Yeah.
You have to go, if you go the other way, you go to Fafnir. All that happens. They get kidnapped, and then you're like, okay, well, we got to go back to Old Charlian, and then you do the normal quests like you did.
Yeah.
So, including the library and stuff like that. So,
I mean,
you don't get to...
the library was cool. Don't get me wrong. I liked seeing the big library. You look down, shelves full of books. But I'm not gonna sit I'm dyslexic. I'm sitting there trying to read I love to get into the cutscene.
Well, I will admit I preferred the Thavnir fork. I just preferred the order that I did it in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like your order is better.
Do you know why me and Chili didn't? Because every time we went to Razazan, it was fucking raining.
Yeah.
You brought the British weather with you. That's what it is.
You know when you went up to the dancing shrine and she shows you Razazan?
They're like, look how beautiful it is, and it's all misty and foggy.
We're sitting there was that supposed to be a cool scene? Because we didn't fucking see it.
Just fog.
Yeah, look at this beautiful town. We can't see it. We
can't. Yeah.
Where is it? So yeah, but other than that, I think my favorite area, I did like Rahazan. It's just very big. What,
the capital, or do you mean the field area, Thavnair?
Just just the field area, because I
Yeah.
know obviously you see it kind of split. You can't get to a certain going to the story, but like just like walking across just to get to Rahazan sometimes. Again, on my third character at a specific point in the story, I forgot to attune to Rahazan.
Oh no.
I was 90, by the way, just saying, 90, finished story, went to go get gear, and I couldn't teleport there.
So you have to walk.
So I had to get to like great bit and then ride all the way there. I went the long way around. I could have went to the other like outpost that was closer, but I went to that one. The bridge was
See Paul in FC asking if someone could fly him.
Kind of like I've only unlocked flying. Now I don't have to do it on any other character. I might do it on my lava.
Yeah.
I think compared to previous expansions, I found that the ether currents were kind of nicely spread out, like in useful, like logical locations as you progressed. Like if after each kind of like MSQ segment you did an ether current, you were usually near one, so you could kind of do them on the way. Whereas like in I can't remember if it was Heavensward or Stormblood, they just seem like all over the bloody place in random places.
Yeah.
Well, they were a little bit more random in Heavensward, I think, but that was their first time doing it, so it wasn't too bad. But Stormblood, I felt, was way too random.
Yeah.
What's he gonna say, Paul?
No, the random. I think unlocking flying an hour. And Chili, you won the bet, right? So
yeah, I did.
The bet has been when is someone becoming the Great Lalafell?
On the week of the 23rd. So
nice.
There will be a Lalafell, and they have to stream like 2 or 3 times, I think it is, as the Lalafell to make it fair. So yeah, they can't just switch back. They have to actually play as the character for a while. So
At least do a couple of raids.
Oh no, we don't stream our raids. So
Oh, okay. Oh, you meant on stream? I see.
Yeah, on stream.
Only
they will do at least one raid though, because of the fact that which would be great.
Okay, before we keep going into the story, how was everyone the raids? This is like story thing. This is like the raids are side content.
Yeah.
Technically,
we'll probably go into more detail with the raids next podcast though as well, because we've got a certain person on for it.
So do you mean
we will talk about it at the end of the episode? By the way, it's not like we're not keeping that secret. We're keeping the episode. Our respect for our current guest. So yeah, Tibbetts, what are you saying?
Well, what you asking me about the raids? Do you mean the story or the actual battles themselves?
The actual battles themselves. How do they feel for you?
I'm not
sort of casual. So.
I am indeed. So initially, when I first did it, I found the second one the hardest of the lot. I felt like they got easier as it progressed. I thought the second one was the hardest one. I don't know if that's because of the class I was playing, maybe, because I was melee, so I had to be up close all the time. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I enjoyed them. I think the mechanics were really fun from my perspective. Like, if you're like a Savage Raider, I don't know if you'd find them like quite basic, but I thought they were really interesting. The fourth one especially had some really cool mechanics with the cloths and the cloaks and things like that. But yeah, I enjoyed them. I enjoyed them a lot actually. I thought they were better than Eden's first tier for sure.
What's Eden's first?
That's it's Eden, Leviathan, floating thing, and Titan.
Oh yeah, Eden, like floating armor, Leviathan, and Titan. Actually, I like the last two. The last two were good because Titan, again, I get to just go Titan. Sorry, I love that fucking. I actually just loved because obviously I did it at Savage level, and the Savage fight to the normal fight was just so much more.
Don't you hurt me and my son ever again?
It's like I thought that was cool. Leviathan was also challenging because it was a two-headed. And
that was really annoying for healers as well.
Black smokers apparently.
Black smokers.
Really yeah.
If anyone hasn't done Leviathan Savage, there's a mechanic where the tanks have to you get the floor split like normal. The two tanks have to stand at the front, but you get like a attack that hits one player that's closest to the tank, isn't it, or something like that? And then what you have to do is you have to have the ranged DPS go in, switch with the healer, and then switch with someone. You have to basically switch between each role so that everyone got the buff / DPS.
Sounds horrible.
It was. It was horrible.
And you have to organise that on 2 different sides because it was happening at the same time on both sides.
To do a cool professional tangent now. Are you ready?
Yep.
But was it as horrible as the music in Labyrinthos?
No, nothing as horrible as that.
Black smokers as well.
But no, this current tier, I kind of agree with you. I found 2 the hardest out of the.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't find 2 I find 3 the hardest. I hate 3. I hate 3 with With people,
Okay.
it is,
what I find it hardest is when it's got the two arrows that point the same way. Like,
okay.
that's when I get confused.
I know.
Like,
I get confused with that one too, but
yeah.
I'm a Reaper, so I can.
And number 4. Okay, this is gonna sound weird to everyone, but I think number 4 is the hardest and easiest one.
Okay.
Like, I think it's really easy now because everyone knows the mechanics. Like, we all know. I know you can say that about every fight, but I feel like number 4 is one of those few fights where as soon as you know the mechanics, it's a ridiculously easy fight.
Yeah, it's also like you get plenty of reaction time, don't you? It's like there's no quick things. It's really slow.
Yeah, but the first time when you don't know any mechanics at all, it's really hard. Like, because there's so many different mechanics that I know this is pretty much every fight that ever existed, but there's certain fights where I feel like the rule applies a lot more than all the others. Like, well, I'll bring it up now. It's a spoiler cast. I mean, it's such a Zodiac Extreme where it's a really tough fight if you think about it. But as soon as one person in the fight knows the fight, it's easy.
I haven't even done that one yet. I've not even queued for it.
Trust me, ask one person to know the fight, and that's it.
Yeah. I haven't done the extreme yet, no.
Okay, the extreme was fun. I kind of got through in a deep end. I
spent the whole night pugging it because I was told Sage's best in slot was Zodiac, so I ended up pugging Zodiac for the entire night.
Good job. This is a spoiler stream, isn't it? Because we're talking about Zodiac.
Look at that! Look at that! Look at that level! Level 6 slot.
Oh, nice. The thing is, I'm a healer, so I'm not gonna have it anyway. Even if we cleared it, I would not have it.
See, I have to fight with gear with a dragoon because he has Tyler is a dragoon. And do you know what's really good? Fucking 2 bracelets dropped on our clear.
Oh, wow.
2 bracelets, and we both needed it. It was like, yeah, well, that was good. Good job, guys.
Yeah, Tibian, as a healer in Savage, what you do is you look at loot drops and go, that's cool.
That's cool. I won't see it for the next, 5 months.
Yeah.
Until I get books.
Once I get my books, I can go buy my accessory.
I assume it's to prioritize damage dealers then.
Yeah, it's for damage checks. But I'm saying this now. The damage checks are really not that hard.
Yeah, no, we've got. I think we got it down to about 45% so far. I think we could have cleared this week if it wasn't the fact that we had to jump out to repair, and one of our DPS got a direct text error.
No.
And the queue was ridiculously long at that point. So we ended up having to get a pug, and I'm sure they were a nice pug, but they were not really paying much attention to the chat, and they wouldn't jump in Discord. So I'm sure they were lovely, but they weren't in existence. I don't know what to say. I don't want to insult them because they did okay. Well, the Paladin outdamaged them, and they were a Reaper, but still.
You're trying so hard to be nice, Chili.
It's like, yeah, we had to, we had a pug too. Like, our clear was literally with someone that was an old raider of ours that we had to bring in because our other person who doesn't communicate very well, like they don't put it in our chat, they haven't even got their character up that were going to play with us. They haven't even got that character up yet. But we did get week 1, so.
But now, hopefully we can clear this Sunday. Hopefully if everyone's on, we can clear it this Sunday. Because I want to get my book and look at it until I get 4 more books and I can buy an accessory. Yeah, normally you go DPS first, tanks, then healers. That's kind of the loot roll when it comes to Savage.
Do it different. Like, how we do it is that DPS and then tank and healers do it at the same time. That's what we do. So, like, if DPS don't need anything, then the tank and healers just fight over it if it's best in slot.
The battle begins.
Now, I do have to say that I used to be a tank, by the way.
Susan says I'm in Cheese raid group, and I feel bad that we haven't had a lot of uninterrupted, uncursed playtime in Piss. I feel like we could have cleared it if we had a little more time in our complete group. Yeah, as I said, I feel like we possibly could have cleared it on Tuesday. I say that, but we might have got to a low in rage and cleared it on Sunday, but I feel like we would have been almost a clear this week if it wasn't the fact that all the queue times and stuff like that. Which, I don't know. I can't be angry.
You have settled right down.
Yeah.
You gotta remember, I am on Gilgamesh.
Yes, that's not just Gilgamesh. Yeah, everyone's on Gilgamesh.
Yeah. No, as I said, I just logged in about half an hour ago, and it was only 15 people, so that was insane. I clicked the login button, thinking, I'll log in, look at the queue, and then not log in. And then I logged in. I'm like, oh, okay. guess I'm playing tonight.
Guess well, other than
At
that,
least
like,
doing my...
I haven't actually been playing Final Fantasy. Like, I'm not gonna lie. After the whole like getting kicked out of a raid team over stuff, I literally have just not had. Like, I came on and raided again. We really raiding, and we had a lot of fun as well. Like the video's up. Like even if you're in the video, we're still having fun whilst kind of semi-focused. We do meme, so I don't have a feeling it probably wouldn't Team DC. And by the way, every single clear is going to be on you as a video. We're taking YouTube seriously this.
Yeah, maybe we can hit 50 subscribers. Go subscribe now.
Yeah, if we hit 50 subscribers, we'll do a Fantasia giveaway on Twitch. Let's go.
We will?
You know
okay, we will. Okay. We will give away a Fantasia if we hit 50 subs, and I think we're, 4 subs away?
So. Yeah, we haven't done that yet. I still need to put it in the...
Yeah, we don't have a YouTube link. So subscribe to our YouTube channel that we don't have links for, and we're not going to link to.
Yeah,
just find us in the ether.
Find us in the ether somewhere. Also, our podcasts do go up there as well.
Yeah.
So if you can't watch it on iTunes, we are all trying to out iTunes.
Damn it, Susan.
You can find it, on YouTube, Podbean.
All my Persona playthroughs are going through there, which I was going to play Fantasy 14 tomorrow, which would be in the past by the time this goes live. But I tweeted out what I should play, and it seems like people are voting for Persona.
Persona!
They never see me come.
Because my cum is on
no.
face. Sorry.
It's actually really close. 54% versus 46%.
What? What? So...
It's nearly 50% each. It's very close. Go vote on Twitter. Anyway, we're doing story stuff, right?
Spoilers.
Yeah. well, we already did it. You already got up to that dungeon.
Yeah, but we didn't talk about the dungeon.
Yeah. Well, we didn't even talk about that. We didn't even talk about the first 2 areas yet.
No, we didn't. Not at all. Not like Fafnir, which I thought was one of my favorite zones in the expansion. Like
visually, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. I don't know about the design of it. I don't know if I like it the best, but I like the colors. I like the bright, different colors. So
yeah, it's really vivid. I like the music too. To be honest, it's
oh yeah,
it's so different to anything else that's in the game. Like there's some pretty out there zones later in this expansion, admittedly, but as like a kind of normal zone, it's like it's really kind of unique, I think.
Yeah.
I really liked Stavnir because it's got like it's got the kind of plains and it's got a jungle in it, and it's one of the few places in the expansion you can actually go underwater as well.
Not many places.
No.
Yeah, there's 2 locations in Fafnir you can go underwater if I'm rightly.
Yes, one of them's right grim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They even said that in the media tour that you might have to go here for a reason. We're like, oh. Then I did the story and like, oh god.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But I've gone to Fafnir to swim about. What's that? Sorry.
No. I'm just kind of thinking of bits I liked in that area, or the bits I liked.
But the special fate in Fafnir, I got that location wrong. Like I didn't think about the special fate being there, but I always found it weird that there's this weird square area in the distance of Fafnir. I thought that was going to be like our Sky Sea originally.
Oh, is that where the special fate appears?
Yeah.
Ah.
In I'm sorry if I butchered this for anyone that knows Jananamandapa. But I thought it was going to be like because it's like I was thinking originally like Sky Sea, or it was going to be our Palace of the Dead. Just because I found it maybe it was like because we had Heaven on High, which went up. We had Palace of the Dead, which went into a dungeon. What if this was like it went underwater? Like I would have thought that would be cool. Like inspired by has anyone's ever played Fantasy 8? One of the secret bosses was a mega weapon.
Oh yeah.
And he had to go into a secret testing facility where you went underground. I was thinking, that'd be cool.
Yeah, deep sea research facility.
Yeah, I thought maybe it'd be a reference to that because they felt like there might be some Fantasy 8 references in this expansion. Like I know it's mainly a Fantasy 4, but how Fantasy works is they always pull like
it did pick and choose a few random things from different Final Fantasies though. This one didn't it? So
because we got a couple of things from Fantasy 10, such as the first boss in the first dungeon as well, which I guess was also 4, but it was also 10 for most people. And I was really pissed off when I found out that they were the dungeon.
What, the Major Sisters?
Yeah, I remember them being quite difficult in Fantasy 10, so I was expecting them to be a trial. because I was hoping to get like
I mean,
trial.
out of the
I was hoping to get weapons based on them.
Out of all of the normal leveling dungeons, I'm not talking about the level 90 ones, but out of the leveling dungeons, I think the Major Sisters, for what level you were when you first played it, was one of the hardest ones, just because of how chaotic that last fight was.
Yeah. I was worried about raiding, if I'm honest, after playing that first fight, because I was like, oh god, if this is what the dungeon is like, what is raids going to be like? And then each dungeon got easier and easier. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not too worried.
Like, probably like the first.
Yeah, that can get spicy. Yeah.
That first boss.
Yeah, that first boss. Remember, we nearly got kicked out of the group because of that when we were doing it. Because I couldn't work out the mechanic. And
it
like,
took me. I only figured it out this week. It's to do with the direction the wind's blowing, isn't it? It took me a while with that.
Our tank was like, I only had 40 minutes, and I thought we'd clear it by now.
Fucking god!
I'm like, I'm sorry, I went into the dungeon for the first time, and I don't know what it does, and I'm healing it. So,
He's like telling us to leave and stuff. Like, well, then why don't you just leave?
There's one thing we need to mention that we've not mentioned, because and it's not in Thavnair, it's in Labyrinthos. Why has nobody mentioned Shaggles yet?
Because he is best boy.
Yeah, Shaggles needs his own expansion as far as I'm concerned. I love that little guy. I love that little guy so much.
For anyone that doesn't know, that's the male Vera catcher, right?
What?
No.
Shaggles is the little ogre.
Yeah, he's a little ogre.
The little ogre that is one of the ether current quests.
I don't remember that then.
Oh wow! So when you get into Labyrinthos, once you've got all the you've kind of done the story in that area, you unlock the ether current quests.
Yeah.
And a researcher is lost one of his subjects. So you go and find the subjects, and it's this little a baby version, a minion of the ogres that you can fight in Labyrinthos. But because of the echo, you can talk to him, and he's just there was a problem, and he's gone to go find help basically, and you've got to help him solve the problem. And I was gutted we didn't.
Any of this.
Really? Did you unlock flying in Labyrinthos?
Yeah, right now.
Oh my gosh! Oh man. Well, I don't know what to say to you. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a bit disappointed.
Have you done his full side quest, like his whole chain he had?
I've completed his quest line, yes, but I've not done. Apparently it meets up with another quest line which I've yet to do. So.
Yeah. I wonder if that's after the first. Maybe flying's first, and then you go in to do more of it. Because I only unlocked flying, and then I left.
No, there is a lot more before that.
Yeah.
Maybe I wasn't paying attention because I was just getting it for XP.
To be fair, all you have to do for the first ether current quest is find him, and then that's the end of that quest, and then the quest chain continues, but you don't get the ether currents after that. Obviously, the first quest it gives you the ether current, which is kind of bait you to keep going, isn't it? Yeah. Which you just don't do. You just wander off and get more ether currents. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to. I don't know how to stay on track. I'm not very good at staying on track.
No, it's okay. We don't normally stay on track, so it's fine. As we saw just now.
I only did that quest line because Shirley, I think, was dinner at the time, so I was doing random quests around. So I was because I had to catch up with levels, and I was and I did that quest line. Really cute. I liked it. It's fun.
Yeah. So obviously, I did the Aether quest then, and then didn't go back.
Yeah. Didn't.
So I found him. He's somewhere. To be fair,
it unlocks just after you get the scene with Kryl when she gets possessed by Hydaelyn. So after that kind of big event, you're like, oh man, you kind of want to find out what's going to happen, don't you, in the story? Because then it leads on to you meeting the forum, and Y'shtola says her line from the trailer, from the actual...
By the way, they completely redesigned that forum, didn't they, for the trailer? Because she's walking down loads of stairs in the trailer, and in here, it's there's not that many stairs.
No, it's not. Yeah, it's not. No, you're right.
It's like a circular-based forum in the trailer, and this is it's circular, but it's nowhere near like it is in the trailer.
Yeah, it's just like a generic lecture theatre, isn't it? But round.
Yeah. This one, before it looked like she took forever. If this episode is free for all about him, we'll talk about Kryl. Yeah, Kryl has beautiful hair.
Yeah, it's infuriating, isn't it? Because you can buy the Kryl attire on the Mog Station, but you can't get that wonderful haircut.
Yeah.
Maybe soon. Maybe if you talk about it enough on Twitter and at Yoshi P or at Square Enix or at Final Fantasy 14, they may do it.
But don't at me. I have no power.
But actually, you have to actually, he's the number one,
but no,
community member.
They expect it to be eventually, maybe they'll do a Kryl Endwalker outfit and then add the hair. You can buy it separate.
Yeah.
Also, the issue with that would be if it's male or female only.
That's true.
If it's not gender, because there are a few hairs that are gender locked, which sucks.
Yeah, we could go on about that for ages. That's a whole other thing.
I will say I'm
Gender-locked
happy
stuff.
that more stuff was unlocked expansion, such as the maid outfit.
Yes, I've noticed. It's your Sage gear, isn't it? Or is it Reaper?
Yeah, my Reaper gear.
Yeah.
Now my Sage is now Frodo, thanks to...
Ah, yes, the happiness stuff.
I did a map and I got 3 of them in one map, so I ended up just making the whole outfit. So yeah, thank you again, Susan, for making my outfit. And then I went and bought the bracelets because I'm like, well, if I've got... Because it's like a chest piece, legs, feet, bracelet. I'm like, well, if I've got everything else but bracelet, I might as well just buy the bracelet to have the full outfit. So maps actually cost me money.
I mean, I really just sold them. Like I was been like mining one every day because I'd buy like a bunch of.
I did some maps and I didn't even get a portal.
Oh.
I know.
It took us a while actually to get a portal. I think we did like 10 or 12 maps. I can't say exactly. I can't remember, but we did a lot. And the first like 5 or 6 had no portal.
I've been a bit all over the place since I hit endgame, like about what I want to do. First I was gearing up and then I got distracted doing role quests for all the job types. And then I went on to maps, and then I started to dabble with crafting, and I've run away from crafting again, and now I'm back gearing up for Savage. It's been a heck of a week.
See, I've got this is I'm going to bring this up. It's a bit controversial, I guess. I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with the crafted gear, at least especially at the start of an expansion. Like, I like it because it gives crafters something to do and the way to make money, but I dislike it because it invalidates the normal raid. Like,
yeah,
100%. Because the crafted gear is the same eye level as the normal raid. The normal raid is weekly locked out, so you can't get too much of the armor. But you can just buy a full set of crafted gear if you wanted to. So in reality, for the first 2 weeks, you could do normal raid and you could gear up a little bit. But as soon as the crafted gear drops, you've got less reason to go back into the raids. The only reason you want to go back into the raids is for the sword that is used to buy the weapon if you're not doing Savage. And even then, that's a 100% drop rate. So you're not going to have to farm the normal raid. And
but you only have to do the fourth one, don't you?
Yeah, you only have to do the 4th one. So that means it completely invalidates P1, 2, and 3.
Suppose as well, it's the crafting gear. It's only relevant for. I mean, it depends on your perspective because, like, if you're rolling in Gil, you can just buy the crafted gear, can't you?
Yeah.
But like. Some people, like, I've never had enough gil to buy the crafted gear when it drops. And it's only really relevant for people who want to, like, jump into Savage, like, first week. After the first couple of weeks, it quickly becomes, like, redundant, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I suppose you can overmeld it, though. You can overmeld crafted gear, can't you? So.
Yeah. But even then, that means that the price will then go down by that time anyway. So by the time you care more about gear, the Savage clearers would have bought all the gear that they wanted, and the price would have dropped by a lot.
Well, no, they didn't buy. They didn't buy. They had crafters for it.
Like no, there's people that still buy it.
But most.
Yeah,
most Savage go for the races. They have actual crafted doing it for them. Because like, I don't mind the crafted gear because it isn't like best in like say like Reaper and Dragoon. You gotta have specific, aka buckle. You cannot have like you have to have like 500 skills, and with like some of the crafted gear, some skill speed on gear has. I've like mix and match. I've got some pieces that are crafted, some pieces normal. The best stat.
Yeah,
you can penta. That's why I say the weapons probably the penta. Most of like some of it is Savage.
Yeah,
but
it's just I don't know. I don't like the fact that if you're a casual player and you just want to jump into Savage, in reality you could probably make enough money to buy. Like I know on Gilgamesh, a whole set is now about 1.5 million gil.
Well, that's not a lot at all, is it?
Yeah, you can buy a whole set of crafted gear for about 1.5, and I'm sure if you. And then a lot of them will also discount it even more if you bring them the ingredients, which you can some of the ingredients you can just buy with tomes. So if you're doing this, you're not going to be using your tomes because the tome gear is 570. I'm not talking about the new tomes, but I'm talking about the old tomes, the first set we got.
The blue ones.
Yeah, the blue ones. Yeah. So, or what you could do is if you really wanted to and you didn't want to bother with that, you can. I don't know what the prices are now for that, but. Let's just say you got 2,000 tomes of the Aphorism. You could sell that for 800k, give or take, 700 to 800k for all 2,000 tomes. That means
the mats, you mean?
Yeah, you can sell the mats for 700 to 800k,
yeah.
And then you can buy then you're already halfway to buying your gear. So yeah, Susan says, I was able to buy a full set of crafted gear day one just with the gear I made from selling the ingredients to make the crafted gear.
It's because she has a massive brain. That's why. She knows how it works.
So you're like, well, at that point, yeah, I know if you want best in slot, it's a mixer between, like for Sage, most of the best in slot accessories are Zodiac. So I had to farm that. But if you don't care about best in slot, because most jobs will be able to clear it without, especially the first two. I would say the first two could probably be cleared without best in slot. Would you say, Paul?
The what's up?
The Savage. The first two Savage could probably be cleared without best in slot.
Yeah, you can just buy it with you can craft it. Most people have done it with crafted.
So that's the only reason why I like and dislike. I like it because it gives crafters something to do. I dislike it because I wish the raid gear was more relevant for longer. Like normal raid gear, not the Savage. Because remember, this gear will now be the only gear you need for 6 months.
Oh, wow.
Because the crafted gear will be the same eye level as the Alliance raid gear, which will drop in March. So that means unless you're doing Savage, you've got nothing to get. You need till like what, June?
It is iffy because we don't know when like stuff is coming out. In theory, there is a spreadsheet where it's what you need to get with your currency. There is a best in slot. If you want to follow that best in slot, you can. If not, then don't worry about it. Buy anything, any currency. And not gonna lie,
basically
I
higher eye level glamour. Better.
I got glamour. That's glamour, and I think most people can do that as well. Like I think that's the main because that is glamour.
The radiant gear that you can get now. I'm going to glamour that. I think it's amazing. We can all be dragoons.
I want to clear Savage just so I can get the weapon for Warrior. That's all I want.
The hammer, the glowy hammer.
Yeah.
The scythe does look really good. I really like the scythe. I even like the top. The top makes me feel like I'm like the whole one-handed cover. The other hand, I love it. I really do like the attire. Even just like the base color as well, like all white.
Yeah, and the fact you can dye it is nice. I will say I'm happy that we can dye our AF gear without doing too much of a stupid quest. Like.
Yeah, that was a nice touch. I really appreciated that.
Yeah.
Because I never grinded the extreme. We had to do it in Shadowbringers because I dared do extremes.
I never cleared it.
No, me neither.
Yay! And then you needed to Eureka for Stormblood, if I'm rightly.
Yeah, I didn't do that either.
I can't remember what you had to do for Heaven's Ward to dye it. Can you dye the Heaven's Ward armor?
Yeah,
you
can upgrade.
You just need to unlock it now, don't you? You get the dyed version.
And then I remember back in the day for A Realm Reborn, you had to have an alchemist up because an alchemist would craft the item to unlock the crafted AF armor. The crafted AF armor for A Realm Reborn, so you could dye it. That was expensive back in the day. Susan says, I only cleared Memoria Missouri Extreme for the Triple Triad card. Susan's really close to getting the Toast mount as long as she can beat the Blue Mage. She's just got one card to get, Blue Mage.
What card right now? You can do it. I believe in you.
Yeah, just go now. What are you doing here?
Yeah, what are you doing here? Do it.
Go get the
She's
card.
Probably at work. I'm guessing she's at work, maybe?
Yeah.
She's one card away. Go do it. I believe in you. Yeah, Go-Go was a pain. It did take me a while to beat Go-Go. That was the reflecting boss, if I'm rightly. Well, the mimic, not reflecting. It was like, isn't Go-Go a mime? Yeah, Susan's still working for another 2.5 hours. She's not even siding the game. Yeah.
Well, then you're just not playing then. It's in 2.5 hours. You ain't gonna get a fucking queue to save your life.
So I was gonna say back to where we were, but I forgot where we were going to the dungeon, weren't we?
Kind of. I don't think we just kind of got to Thavnir and then started like freeballing.
Just like Moogle Go Round.
Well, we can talk about the dungeon if you wish.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't really been paying attention because I've been.
And I'm still liking the fact that I'm trolling everyone by keeping the only quest open on my page when I stream my first hatchet. I don't know if anyone's actually noticed the fact that when I stream, the crafting mentor.
Yeah, but you're not a gatherer. Yeah.
No, my gatherer's a 90.
All right, okay. You've just not done even the first job quest.
No. Yeah, I've got a full script set for my botanist, but it's got my first hatches. Yeah, I'm eye level 553. I'm in all 570, 60 gear except for my rings.
Aren't there some abilities that are like held back because? Okay, clearly not important ones.
I mean, they probably are, but I haven't got them.
They can't be that important if you're raking in as much gil as you are.
My thing is, when I look at the traits, I find it funny because there's a enhanced GP regeneration at level 70 that you get from doing those jobs, right? So, but I have enhanced GP regeneration level 3 because that's just unlocked. So I don't have the level 1 ability, but I do have level.
Oh, you broke the game, Chili.
I have level 2, level 3, but no level 1. So
this is why the game was delayed. It was punishment.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Oh,
I delayed and
the dungeon. Shall we talk about the dungeon?
Yeah, I did the dungeon a few times before release. It was fun. Tippy, there's anything you want to? What did you enjoy that dungeon? I enjoyed the dungeon.
I liked. I mean, I'm a notorious I do trusts. I always do trusts first time through. Because I like the little kind of pop-up boxes you get and the lore and things like that. I also like on the first pull, you get all of the scions just all attacking at once. That was a nice little touch, I thought. What do I like about this dungeon? I really liked the gear from the first dungeon, actually. Yeah, it's I can't remember the name of it. The problem is the first dungeon in every expansion, the gear is useless other than for glamour, isn't it? Because most people have they've gone in with their augmented tome gear, haven't they? Which is maybe 20. I think that works up to halfway through the expansion in terms of eye level. So people kind of just ignore the dungeon drops. But I think it's quite a nice set. What else about this dungeon? It was Final Fantasy IV themed. This one, wasn't it? Did it even have Final Fantasy IV music playing through it?
I think it did. Yes.
Yeah. Other than the boss theme, obviously. The boss themes. And
I thought it was very horror based as well. There was especially when you went in halfway through where you went into the fleshy.
Yeah, it had a H.R. Geiger esque just the aliens type aesthetic. With all the weird don't know what word to use here, the wiry metal and like you said, the fleshy bits. My children were watching me while I was playing this dungeon at one point, and they said, "Oh, Daddy, why are those rocks wobbling?" So it's now known as the Wobbly Rock Dungeon. Wobbly Rock Dungeon.
Episode 136, Wobbly Rocks.
Yeah, Wobbly Rocks.
Current Gilgamesh Q 1000. Yeah, that'll be an hour. You'll be at 1,205 for an hour, then you'll be stuck at 1 for half an hour.
We get a pretty big reveal at the end of this dungeon. You find out there's a body parts partly powering the tower.
Yeah. We don't know if it's powering tower or being fed by the tower.
Yeah, yes. Either way, it's there. Yeah. Yustula finds an arm. She's a bit put off by that, isn't she?
Yeah. Did we? Maybe I'm not paying spoilers, I guess. But did we find any relevance to that?
Yeah,
I don't remember.
Yes, we did. Yeah. Do you want me to say what it is?
Yeah. Okay.
It's bits of Varys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's bits of Varys. Yeah, Xenos literally chopped him up.
But why?
Why? Because basically so the boss in the second dungeon, Tower of Babel, is Anima.
Yeah.
And he's he's a Garlean primal. And they're using basically Varys' literal essence because it's the worship essentially of Varys. It's the spirit of Garlemald. That's what Anima is, kind of thing. The primal version of their love for Garlemald. That's why
I was close on that, wasn't I? I said it would be Xenos' mum. I was close. It was at least related to Xenos.
You were very close. Yeah. It was basically it was bits of Varys, which is grim.
Daddy instead of
well, only bits of Daddy.
Only bits of Dad. I was close with some of my predictions, and I'm happy with that.
Yeah, and then you just got to think. Well, the Tower of Zot was his arm. There's a lot of towers, so I wonder which body parts are in which. There could be some questionable body parts out there.
Also,
penis. That's kind of fun.
Also, there must not have been a whole arm, because otherwise I don't think that a human, but because if it was his arm, that means it was a whole body. I don't think a human being has enough body parts to make that many towers, unless you're chopping them up into was it thigh to knee and then knee to foot and then foot?
Yeah, well,
was there were there tiny towers where it's these are Varys' toes?
Little sand castles. Yeah, it kind of fits though, if you think. So because orchestrating the towers is Van Daniel, who is you find out is actually Armon from the Crystal Tower raids, and he was essentially a mad scientist who did like experiments on people. So it kind of fits his MO, I thought.
And I joke about this, but remember they did have all those clones, so chances are maybe they just used the clone body parts for certain places.
Yeah, makes sense.
So I don't think there's like a half a foot in one tower and a half a foot in another tower, a shoulder blade in another tower. They probably use the clones to like supply the meats.
Supply the meats.
But I found the dungeon fun. You can do some biggish pulls, nice.
Yep.
So I will say that as I did it first as Sage, and Sage can be a pain to heal for certain characters. Like, I don't know, I find Gunbreakers a pain in the ass to heal as Sage. Warriors, I don't need to heal.
If they're 81, yes, it would be a pain. Then they do get a really OP
X-Cog.
Yeah, it's basically an X-Cog, and it's really nice.
I think the problem with it's not a problem because it makes up for in other areas, and I'm not a tanking expert, so correct me if I'm wrong, but because when you're doing big pulls, you're like you do AoE all the time, don't you? And that doesn't trigger your little regen, whereas it's your 1, 2, 3 single target that triggers your regen. So maybe that's why the kind of HP drops quicker.
Susan says, so Fandaniel we encounter as a mashup of Amon, Hermes, and Ashy. I don't think there's any Ashy in essence. He's just a meat suit.
Yeah, so it's just, and if you notice, because this really bugged me, actually, because I'd like to, one of my favourite parts of, when I'm playing games is I like to, know who's voice acting who. It's just a weird thing I'm obsessed with. And, in the scene where he reveals his arm on, his voice actor literally changes, and no one comments on it, and it drove me mad. And I didn't realise right up until Hermes turned up why it happened. I was so Fandaniel has a size voice up until he first appears in the Tower of Zor. Then he switches to Hermes, and so until he reveals his Armon. So I assumed it was Armon's voice suddenly, and it doesn't change back to a size voice at any point then, and it's really confused me. But
well, you got to remember, he looks. I know it's not really, but Armon really looks like a performer, and we all know from. I feel like he was just putting on Ashy's voice to annoy people. He's in the meat suit, so you might as well act like him. Yeah. But now, then we find out who he was, and he's like, "Well, you know who we are. I might as well just use my indoor voice."
It does say in the law book that Armon was not only a scientist, but he was also a magician, and magicians are showy, right? They like to show off.
And we all know that science is just magic that we know.
Can confirm. I am in fact a magician.
Yeah. Well, no, if you, I joke, but if you ever went back in time, what we would consider science, what we consider now, look at my magic phone. Look at the light that comes off my phone.
Yeah,
you'd be a wizard.
Yeah.
Anything we own would be magic back then, basically.
Yeah.
So
is that?
Yeah, we're getting if anyone that doesn't know, we've got announced the Halloween event.
Yeah, she getting that outfit. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's to make up for no Halloween last year.
Well, no, this was the Halloween for last year.
No, did it get cancelled the year before? I feel like it's been a long time since we had one.
No, we had one in Christmas last year. Well, they tied in Halloween and Christmas the year before.
Ah, okay. But it wasn't a new one. It was a reused one, wasn't it?
Yeah. They couldn't actually do it, so they tied in an old one with Christmas. And this time, the original plan was to have it at the early December, and they were going to kind of tie in Halloween and Christmas again. But then the expansion got delayed, so they had to delay Halloween. They didn't want to delay Christmas, of course, because it's Christmas. So they delayed Halloween till January because of that. This is Halloween, Guru.
I can't mind. Apparently, it's going to be
I don't think there's a hairstyle. They didn't show a hairstyle. They showed a hat and face paint.
There's a modern etiquette. Isn't that like a dance or an emote?
No, it's a face paint.
Oh, is it face paint? Okay.
Yeah, it's clown face paint. Which I would have rather a big bushy clown afro than, I don't know, than a hat. Those really bad clown wigs. I'd rather have that than a hat. Do you think there's something important in their story why they choose to keep the Halloween event instead of just ditching it again? I think they just don't want to ditch it 2 years in a row. And plus it's content.
And it's one of the more popular ones I'm basing that solely on the way the internet reacts, but people seem to get most excited about Halloween themed stuff. more so than like the summer events.
Yeah. I just want the summer event from 5 to 11 added to be happy. Can I have that, please? It was a very simple event, but I used to love it.
I had no idea.
Basically, it was like this mini goldfish mini game that you would do, where you could hand in like you could buy paper, like I don't know what they're called exactly, but like they were paper fishing rod things that paper fans that you would put in the water, and then you would have to sit there and try and catch fish, and then if you left it too long, the paper would break of cold water, and then you would go in and hand them in for prizes. It was cute just seeing everyone in the water together chatting as we all tried to catch fish to get prizes.
I did like the one where you had to...
Oh yeah,
that was a weird time.
You can G-pose with that. Is cool.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. I can't wait for the Saints one. I did the Christmas one. I haven't done the Heaven's Turn event one yet.
I haven't done that.
Just to get
Collectibles,
the glamour, I guess. Yeah, just for collectible like purposes. I only do it on one character.
I don't know. We're also probably going to see Garo event come back for summer, I'm guessing, because they want to do that again. So that's the event. Oh yeah, they still got the license. So that's why I'm saying summer possible. So
yeah, I think it might come out I think that's what they're trying to.
Oh yeah, but I don't know. I think that's going to be too soon because that should be March.
6.1 is going to be a huge patch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just thinking about how much they're going to add to it.
New story.
Yeah.
Completely new original story for PvP.
Which I've heard is supposedly involving Thancred and Kryl.
Thancred here.
God, that's the thing. Yeah, the students.
Yeah, I think I remember some reading that you have to, if you're going to be paying attention to anyone post story, then make sure you're paying attention to Thancred and Kryl.
Oh, that was from was it the China, not the Chinese Fan Fest, it was from the Mog Talk Radio, Mog Station Radio or something?
Yeah.
The interview on that, yeah.
Shani says 6.1 being huge is exactly, it's true. The 0.1, sorry. But at least for Final Fantasy, I feel like the 0.1 is never that big. It's normally the 0.3 patch that's like the big patch. So yeah, we got what? We should have what? I think 2 new trials in 6.1, or is that? No, 6.1 will be 1 trial, I think.
Or there should be a dungeon in the Alliance raid, won't it?
No, because we normally get a trial version of the end boss.
Oh, the extreme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We normally get an extreme version of the end MSQ.
Yeah.
So it won't be a new trial, but it will be a new trial. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's going to be hard because it's quite hard on normal.
So let's see that. We've got the Alliance raid, which we don't know anything about.
Got housing.
Island Sanctuary.
Will we get anything on that? They've not even talked about it yet.
They said the 6.x series, so I'm expecting
at least an announcement.
6.1.
Oh wow, that's.
But I don't expect it. Like when I say that, remember there's multiple patches for 6.1.
Yes, that's true.
Oh shit! It's up. She is up. Sorry, podcast.
I got so confused. I'm like, what the fuck's up? What's up? Looking out my window, like I'm expecting like a raid or something. What's up?
Anyway, someone talk while I want to run. Brain.
To run brain. But yeah, so it's gonna be the story original. I don't know why it'd be Thancred and
Kryl, yeah. So
do
you have a favourite bit out of the first couple of areas, Paul? Like, was any? I know you're like in it mostly for raiding, aren't you? But were there any kind of like early story points that you enjoyed?
I enjoyed 2 bits. One was the cup of coffee that we were having with Alize.
With Alize, yeah, that was wonderful. That scene.
I have to admit, the like wholesome scenes we get in this expansion, I think that was completely. And
yeah.
The second one, actually, okay, there's 3 actually. One where we see Arenville.
Arenville, yeah, he's wonderful, isn't he? Yeah, yeah.
I fucking love him.
He's got a
adorable.
Wonderful Scandinavian accent.
And the boat in it who talks about the flower.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Who we never see ever again.
No.
He had a name. That's what I was going He has a name. He's got to be a character, right? No, never saw him ever. That's cool.
So I'm all over the place. Which character did you 3 of you pick? I picked Alice.
I picked Alfino.
I didn't.
Susan asked, which character did you pick for your room? I went with Alice.
Me, I went with Alfino, my boy.
Did you go with
Grahatia? I went with Grahatia.
I felt like so many people would go Graha and Alphino that I felt I kind of wanted to go Alice just so that someone does.
It's doing the rounds now. Have you seen what happens if you pick Estinian?
This I've obviously stole.
Yeah, is the only character who actually goes into your room and then he jumps out the window. He jumps out. He just yeets out the window.
Susan says, I pick Estinian and got my money's worth. He had many buttons unbuttoned. Oh my.
Oh my.
How dare he cheat? Oh, look, people are actually waiting. Wow. I rushed here panicking, podcast, thinking, oh, God, it's going to be dead by the time I load in. And no, people are going to wait till 12. You're going to wait like 10 minutes. So that's really nice.
I did Graha. I think I did do Alfie as well. I did Alizan.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm going to go back and I'm going to go back and watch them all, I think.
Okay, seems they're not waiting. Someone pulled.
There's always one. Leave him to die. That's what happened when I first did that one. Someone pulled early, so everyone just flew away and let him die.
Right, I'm going to take the reins here, guys. I think
it
is time to start in. It's almost
Okay, sounds good.
We do have Tim, spry young man heads out.
I'm literally the oldest one here.
Spry young man.
He's a spry young man.
I've just blown my knee up. I'm not spry. I can't even walk. I can't even go downstairs unassisted.
I couldn't do that last week.
I do have to get up. Yeah, we're all a bunch of cripples, aren't we? Let's face it.
Yeah.
I fell over on my own stairs and couldn't walk for about a week.
But yes, I get the sentiment. Appreciate it.
Yeah, my legs. I'm not going to go to bed. My legs are doing great. The pulsate is weird. Liquid like.
Is it going down though?
Oh, they have gone down a lot. I can get shoes on and trousers. I do not have to live in.
I want some unsolicited shots of you fully clothed.
Yeah, I want trouser pics.
Just put in an SFW chat for just in case.
The trousers.
Oh my! Yeah, on that note,
I can now go get my mount. Thanks.
Thanks. So Tim and Salt, they find you have any?
You can find me on Twitch, Twitch TV /Tibby and Salts, and also on Twitter at Tibby and Salts. I took a hiatus because of the aforementioned aforementioned injury. I wasn't very entertained. I tried. My plan initially was to stream Endwalker like a lot of people, and I tried doing and I couldn't concentrate because I was in too much pain. So it can't have been entertaining viewing. But long story short, the podcast, the first episode will be it'll be coming back. The next episode will be up tomorrow. That's just sort of casual, which you can find on Anchor FM /just sort of casual and in all the podcast places. And that's kind of it for now. Yeah. That's me. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us on such short notice.
Well, I'm a busy man, obviously.
Or I've been.
Yep. But yes, thank you for having me. Yeah, I do appreciate it. I'm sorry, I'm a poor imitation of Shanty. I didn't even do any sea shanty. You've still got that to look forward to.
Yeah,
hopefully we can have Shanty Man on some point.
So which one? So Chili, how can they?
You can find me at MD_Chili on Twitter. You can find me on this channel right here, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. We're playing through both Persona 5 and randomly doing stuff in Fantasy 14. I don't know what we're doing in 14. Whatever I feel like at the day. We might go and do some solo Savage Clear. We might farm an extreme trial. Or we might, I don't know, do maps. I have no idea, but make sure you tune in on Twitch.tv and Moogle Go Round Radio to find out. Yeah.
Job done. And you can find me at Full Metal 1 on Twitter. And you can find me here Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, where Saturday and Sunday I Savage Raid and I FF. I was chilling. And then on Monday, single player, where I'm Roaring King in the story. We're getting to a fight that is really annoying. We're playing that on Monday, where I probably... And also, you can find us on YouTube now. Moogle Go Round Radio. Our Let's Plays go up, podcasts go up, and raid clears. And maybe we'll get good at editing, grab bits of our... Probably not, because I'm no good at editing.
No, we won't. Who knows? Maybe one day. Yeah, YouTube. That's our YouTube. I guess
I don't know how to get a style.
We need 100 subs or something if I'm ready to get our personalized YouTube channel name. That's what Motion Radio was aiming for, because they promised doggo pictures and kitty pictures if they reached it.
Oh my god, we can't do.
No, we can't. We don't have. We promised Motion Radio.
Pictures of Paul's legs.
Pictures of clothed Paul's legs.
Yep.
I will promote one of your channels. Which, to be fair, we don't really need to do 100. I'll just do anyway. But still,
do that anyway.
Oh god, we have nothing. Nah. Thank you, Susan. Though. But no, seriously, a big shout out to anyone that's followed us. We've reached 900 followers at the end of the year. We're currently at 906, so we're steadily growing still, which is nice. If we reach 1,000, I have to wear an inflatable penguin suit. which I feel like with our guests coming up, we might reach by March. So we'll see. I guess I can say our next guest, right? Hopefully, probably.
Yeah.
Our next guest on the 27th, I think this is the 27th, I have to check the date again, will be Mr. Happy.
Oh,
so
big fish. You caught a big fish.
On a small podcast. So again. We'll have Mr. Happy on again, and we'll be talking about Savage Raids. That's the plan. So yeah, make sure you tune in for 27th of February where we've got Mr. Happy. I'm excited. I want to catch up with him. It's been too long. So yeah, Paul.
Yes.
Wrap it up, and also end the show. Remember to everyone always wrap up.
Yeah, always wrap up. Wear your mask. Have your hand gels. You know, go out. That's what me and Chili and that suit.
What?
Face coverings.
Oh,
you know. You dirty bird.
Undo.
Yeah, we shall be wrapping up. So thank you for everyone who has watched. Remember, have a great time. Stay safe. Eat a Snickers on me.
But
unless you're chilling.
Don't eat one for me. Eat a nut-friendly base snack.
It's penguins.
Cadbury's cream eggs. For some reason, they're out.
There you go. Cadbury's cream eggs.
Yeah, for some reason, they're on sale. Anyway, goodbye, everyone. Remember to follow us on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, and all that stuff. Until then, bye.
Bye.
Yeah, we still need to do No Nuts Chili someday. Bye.
I'd take